Hello, everybody. So you want to buy a gift, you want to support a local company, and you want to buy a gift with a purpose. Very happy today. I'm in Tempe, Arizona at the world headquarters of Refresh Glass, not just with the founder and owner of the company, but a personal friend, Ray Delmuro. Ray, thanks for doing this.
Of
Welcome
course.
aboard.
Thank you.
So Ray can attest, I'm a client. I have his product in my home, but more importantly, I have it in my clients' homes. All my clients get it, almost all of them. But I don't want to cheapen your product by calling it a product because it's a product with a mission. So let's start there.
Sure.
Talk about the product line, all the stuff you worked on, and the mission behind it.
So at Refresh Glass, we rescue 10,000 wine bottles almost every week at this point from restaurants, bars, and hotels that would have otherwise thrown them away. So what we do after we collect them is we make them into drinking glasses, vases, planters, candle holders. I actually brought some here behind us. Used to be a wine bottle, which is now turned into a soy candle. This is a glass that we made for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have custom laser engraving equipment in the back as well. And so now we've been able to find a way to take the trash out of the landfills and functionally and beautifully into people's homes for years to come.
Beautiful. So let's put it into perspective. How many bottles have you rescued today?
It's around 1.3 million.
1.3 million. That's a lot. That's a lot. So let's more perspective here. How many bottles do you have in your warehouse right now?
The rough count is around 50,000.
50,000. So, and how big of an area is that square footage wise?
6,000 square feet.
6,000. All right. So 6,000 square feet. We have
Let's call it 60,000 to make your math easier.
Yeah, there you go. So you have 50,000 bottles, 6,000 square feet. Let's multiply that by 10, then double it, and that's 60,000. That's a lot of size. I don't want to do the math right now.
Sure.
Put that in a truck and bring it to a landfill. That's a lot. That's a lot of purpose. You've been around a while. This isn't new.
No. Actually,
Right.
this product has been around ever since wine bottles have been around. So in recessions or in more downturn times, people have been trying to make a profession out of this for
Right.
forever. We just given it a lot more scale.
You have. And people have probably used your product, saw your product, and not even know about it. So tell them locally and nationally where they may have seen you already.
Sure. So in the major Phoenix area, we're in 40 or 50 different locations, all the way from Postino's, House of Tricks, the Hyatt, Sheraton, Fire Sky, and then nationally, we're in some very recognizable names. We've been seen on a couple of Anthony Bourdain parts unknown episodes. We're in Wolfgang Puck in Vegas. We're in Francis Ford Coppola's winery in California. So I mean,
Nice.
it's been awesome to be supported by such huge names, but really, I don't think sustainable products can survive without providing a lot of value for the businesses and for the operations outside of just being purpose driven.
Yeah. And it's a good purpose. And it's an actual, you're not creating a product and then making it sustainable. You're grabbing a product that's truly going to go to the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It has no purpose. You give it a purpose and you go
Right.
from there.
Well, restaurants need glassware,
Yeah.
people need glassware at home, and corporate people in the business world need amazing gifts for their clients who are hard to buy for. So we satisfy a couple of these different categories in a way that adds on top of normal commodities that are already in the market.
Yeah. And just so people get an idea, what I do is almost every client that I close, they get a gift. Now, this isn't a commercial to use me. Obviously, not buying me over glasses, but really cool. We can do cocktails or full drinking glasses, engraved with the last name. I send it over. It's wrapped. There's a personal note. People love it. It's a great product. But one thing I'm fascinated with is your background. So
Mhm.
I envy people who have the discipline to go to college, get it done. Yours is, when you say the name of your degree, I'm just like, wow, you're smarter than I am. So tell me about your background, like, and how Refresh Glass started, how you came to be Refresh Glass.
So the quickest version is I've always loved to build things, and so I got a hot rod when I was in college, and I told my mom it's a reliable car that doesn't break down, not an old car,
Nice, yes, yes.
not well maintained. So that's how I hoodwinked them into that. But basically, I became an engineer for an aerospace company after school just because I loved building things so much. And so when I was at the aerospace company, I was in charge of all the equipment used to build all of the machines for 16 different divisions around the world. It was $1 billion a year company, and I loved the science behind it all. But I quit that because I wanted to have a profession that I was more connected with emotionally. It was too mechanical. It was two ones and zeros, and then I had to start managing people. and people problems, and I didn't get to play with the toys anymore. So I got mad and I
Yeah,
left. It's
that's how it
basically
goes.
the
Yeah,
reality
I
of
get that.
how it went, if I really want to be honest. Um, but I went on a trip around the world for a year after that to try to figure out what my passion profession was. And when I got back, there was the three criteria that I kind of have behind me. But I mean, what this style, function, and purpose stands for, this means I want an emotional connection to it. This means engineering, I want it to work and have utility. And the purpose means that I want it to be bigger than just me and my team. I want it to help the world in some way.
Yeah,
So combining head, heart, and soul is kind of what I call it, and infusing that into a product that has value to people, and they called it their favorite every
yeah,
day.
it's great. And I love that. That creates a good foundation. That's just beautiful. Those three things right there. That's a good foundation for your business. It's perfect too.
It makes it easier
Yeah,
for me to explain to other people too what it means behind us. And
yeah,
so I was talking over the phone today with a guy who wants to have me come and present at a promotional products industry event. And really, a lot of industries are missing one of these three different scenarios. You know what I mean? Charities aren't very good at raising money, you know what I mean, outside of fundraising,
yeah,
like actually, outside of asking people just to give it to them,
yeah.
right? And a lot of corporations don't have a lot of heart to them, and they're just based on quarterly profits. So this is something that comes up a lot.
It is. It's good stuff. So making glasses, there's a secret to it. There's a special
Mm-hmm.
sauce to it. Now, you're not going to tell me your secret sauce. Don't do that. But what component of this process
Mm-hmm.
is the secret sauce or houses the secret sauce?
So here, I'll just grab one of these.
Yeah.
So for a glass like this, if you were to make it from a wine bottle, and I know these are different colors, but let's pretend they were the same. To turn a wine bottle into a glass requires a few different processes. And so what we're really well known for is the quality of our rims. They're melted, beautiful and smooth and polished. It's all dishwasher safe for years to come. And we've had restaurant venues that have used us for almost the entire 10 years. Probably not the same glasses, they reorder every once in a while
Right.
because people steal them, I hear. But
Like I did.
the real
Yeah.
the secret sauce is how to melt the rims, because in glass, I've had glass people come to me and say, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Just because they either glass wants to stay solid or the whole thing wants to
Yeah.
melt. So just melting one part of the glass,
Yeah.
there's a trick to it. So I created a lot of the machinery that we use in the back, where we do hundreds of these a day, to melt just this part of the rim, and then we have to stick it in large ovens to stress relieve it afterwards. But all the equipment required to do this at this scale is custom, to do hundreds of thousands of glasses a year. So it's not a hobbyist thing that I
No, it's
recommend that
not.
anyone do in their garage with,
Yeah.
2,000-degree heat.
Yeah, and I can attest. I use yours. Like my wife uses the old school wine glasses, the goblet looking things.
Mm-hmm.
I drink my wine out of that thing when I'm drinking it, just because I think it's cool. I like
Right.
it. Has the name on it. Like
Yeah,
I don't have a
on the bottom
logo.
of the
It
bottle.
says salute and what's the Naza, whatever the Polish thing for
Kampai,
cheers.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing. I put it in the dishwasher, and you would think it would erode, but man, it's just smooth and it works. And wine is delicious out of it. So there are other charities that you're involved with, not just the environmental aspect, but other charities. What do you have going on there?
So the blems, the any glass that comes off our line, and we're pretty efficient, that doesn't meet our quality standards, has a little bump on it on the rim, or it might have a blemish on the side of it, or a scratch mark that we can't get off. We donate those to Habitat for Humanity. So
Good.
a couple times a year, we'll have the local president of the Habitat for Humanity here locally, and he tells us about all the houses that they're building, but he very graciously takes and his team takes all of the glasses and our blems to sell at their restore locations that help make money to build homes for the people in need
Beautiful.
for what they're doing. So it fits. I mean, instead of us throwing them in the recycling dumpsters, which we do have in the back, you know what I mean, for some of the stuff that occasionally breaks, we much prefer to give it to them, because just like us creating more value from what would have been thrown away, they can do the same thing.
Good. So what does the future hold for Reefer? Anything big coming up?
Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, we're pretty much transitioning now from being a hospitality based brand to being a product gifting brand based on custom engraving. So what we found is there's a lot of pain out there for corporations, schools, charities to gift something to their clients, and the majority of time is if their clients are big enough and or ordering a lot of stuff, then they in turn usually don't need things. So it's really hard to find something that they'll use for years to come that they'll appreciate and that's actually unique.
Right.
Because there's a lot of commodity. Just the word commodity means that there's a lot of it and a lot of people competing for it, and it's usually pretty boring stuff.
Cool.
In my opinion.
Do you want to show them this thing?
Uh,
You don't
later.
have to.
Later.
Okay, we'll do it later.
We'll keep that one behind the wizard's
Okay,
curtain.
cool. Yeah. So something's coming. It's cool. Trust me. I don't know if we talked about it yet, but what's going on with waste management?
Right. So I'm in discussions right now with the media group and the logistics group from the Waste Management Open, which is the big golf tournament held here in Scottsdale in late January, early February. And we're talking to them about rescuing bottles from the Open and then having a TV crew follow us around to have them watch the process of a wine bottle from having wine in it all the way through us rescuing it, engraving it, and then being given out to some of their VIP
Do they
clients.
have an idea how many bottles are going to? Because that's a drinking festival,
You
and
know it.
followed with golf on the side. It's
So there's because they deal with 300,000 people or whatever that
yeah,
ridiculous number is
it's
of
not a
people
day.
going through
Yeah,
the Open, yeah, for the whole week. You know, I think someone knows, but it wasn't the media person that I was talking to,
right.
so somewhere someone knows.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Roughly,
Yeah,
roughly. I mean, they might not even know the count because they just know usually waste is done by the
yeah,
ton.
yeah.
Literally, like every 2,000 pounds is how they count the stuff.
Jeez, okay.
So they don't count by the
Yeah,
bottles. So that's not their metric.
yeah,
So I don't think they know that the person ordering all the wine is probably the only
yeah.
person who has any clue. But then there's so many different caterers. I have no idea.
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's a ton.
here's a question. So it's not
It's
just
a lot. It's tons.
it is. It's a
Yeah,
lot. It's a
literally.
lot. You just walk around the grass and all the litter. It's like
Yeah.
just save that. Let's start there. But you got all the back there stuff too. Is this exclusive to wine glasses? You can do liquor bottles too.
I can do liquor bottles. It's kind of problematic if they have any like marks in the glass, like it's raised like Jameson, or if it's like printed on like Belvedere. We can't do it without their permission, without getting in trouble with trademark infringement.
Makes sense.
So I stay away from it for legal reasons. Like they might not come after a farmer's market, someone who has a 10 by 10 foot booth. You know what I mean? It makes 10 of them a year, but they could come after us. So
Yeah,
um,
I can see that.
I have worked directly with a few of them though on
Yeah.
special projects.
Oh, cool.
So we do talk to them every once in a while, but beer bottles are too thin, and once they're cut, they don't hold enough liquid. I mean, it
They
would
don't
be
even. They don't hold enough beer.
no,
Let's be.
exactly.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, our hockey team would be
Yes.
pissed
Yes. We
to
would
give
be.
in class
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Wow. You gave me a beer bottle cut in half with
Screw
less
you.
beer in it
Yeah.
now. Good stuff. All right. Cool. So hope that helped. If they want to order gifts, this isn't Shark Tank. You're not going to get 1,000 orders tomorrow.
No, I
But
actually got to the very last round where
did you?
I
Nice.
signed like a big contract for Shark Tank and got to the very. I had to make a 10-minute
kidding.
video, and you basically sell your rights to everything
You do. Yeah, you do.
for they can use whatever
Yeah.
they want, but
No.
they didn't take me. So
Not so wonderful.
Shark Tank,
Nice.
maybe
Yeah.
next time.
Watch
But
this.
refreshglass.com or refresh glass client gifts, they can both take you to the same place for custom engraved or just our normal glasses, vases, planters, and all that other good stuff.
All right, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everybody. Go buy some right now. You'll use them every day. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.